Throw Gang, we are joined by he was at South Beach off Ocean Drive, where he was on vacay with his wife. She turned 22 and it felt so right. Drinking at the pool for 15 days and 15 nights. Lord Schlossman and myself, I got the Auralee top. That's Auralee. James Harris, welcome to the weekly running of the boys with today's full episode, only available on patreon.com/throwingfits. Oh, my bad. You're supposed to do that.
It's cool, dude. You were just high off yellow card karaoke, dude. That's actually... that would be a good pop punk karaoke song.
Yeah. Does that fall into your like
Oceans
emo?
Avenue?
I dropped a Glassjaw reference last
people
time that
were
people went
loving
crazy.
it.
But like, what is your like emo fucking repertoire? Saves the Day?
Yeah, I like Saves the Day a lot. Yellow Card was a little bit, that's TRL mainstream.
Yeah.
Not for me.
Yeah.
But no, Glassjaw was a deep cut. People like that post-hardcore ref.
Oh, really?
Threw out there. That's crazy that, well, they're from the tri-state, so.
I have a Long Island buddy from Hicksville that would wear the GJ shirt.
Right. Shout out Glassjaw.
And we would make fun of him for being like, tonight's the night.
But that's not, again, like, that's not the genre.
Tonight's the night. I'm an American idiot. Before we get
Green
into...
Day also kind of just not, they're more like, that's pop punk?
Yeah.
I don't know, whatever. Who gives a
Well, it depends
fuck?
what era, man. Like,
Truly.
are we talking Dookie? Are we talking fucking...
Shout out James Gandolfini. That was a real surprise.
Oh, yeah.
Because everyone's doing like Sopranos like anniversary content, and that was like the best thing I saw. Where I was like, "Holy shit!" Because that record is really good. Are you a Dookie guy?
I'm a Dookies man.
Yeah, that was
Duke it
probably
out.
when we were like, you might have been
4th
12?
grade. No,
yeah,
fourth grade.
yeah, like very formative in that regard.
Yeah.
I'm a big Sassafras Roots guy. Maybe we can make that the outro song.
Maybe it's early. Before we get into roasting the fuck out of your wife,
Yikes! True.
Eating at arguably the goated hamburger spot, which
really
review
excited
coming
to hear
soon.
about this.
And the most divisive sneaker loafers coming out of Paris Fashion
I
Week.
think divisive is the wrong word, but I don't want to get ahead of
Most
myself.
talked about.
Oh, for sure, dude.
Okay.
The hybrid sneaker loafer heard round the world.
Exactly. Let's get into a fit check.
Yeah. You want to start?
Okay, upstairs I was wearing Hender Scheme, my Pilgrim loafers. The Gorp 2.0 nylon upper, slim dainty plim sole.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. Which to complement the daintiness, I realized this. We're going to talk about skinny pants.
Yeah.
And the evolving silhouette of pants. Damn, it's too bad the Gallagher episode was called Pants. Otherwise, we could just call this one Pants.
I mean, eventually it was going to be used because I feel like that's the amount of just
calling card.
pants like IG captions and then subsequent comments by myself and you, and then the fucking floodgates open and everyone is just coming to the pants is. I think we've crossed that.
It doesn't catch
threshold.
It doesn't catch on as much as I seemingly want it to.
What, you want 1,000 comments that say pants?
1,000 pants. Pants as far as the
Damn,
eye
that's
can see.
2,000 legs. That's math.
The Penthes, those little dainty little loafers. William Frederick Pantalones.
Hender Scheme.
Hender Scheme. What did I say? Nepenthes? My bad.
Yeah,
Another triple syllable Japanese brand. Hender Scheme loafers.
My man had the triple syllable loafers, dude. Damn, dude.
The Pantalones.
Yeah.
Quadruple syllables. Damn, my brain is fucking fried. We're so back. literally, we're back.
Yeah.
You're back. It's back in town.
The break, the takeover, the break's over.
The break
What
that
is
broke our brains, bro.
Yeah. I don't know if they might have already been broken to begin with.
William Frederick Pants, which is some dude out of Cleveland, Ohio. So definitely, besides him and Bone Thugs, and I guess like Machine Gun Kelly.
LeBron is Akron, right?
Right. Cleveland's proudest son, William Frederick. Yeah, and Chops. Shout out Chops. Watch your jorts, boy.
Nice.
Yo, he's gonna be. We're going to the Super Bowl. He's gonna be the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Good things happen to bad people, apparently.
Yeah.
We're the poster children for that.
I know. William Frederick, which is a small brand, like one of these, like 5,000-6,000 IG followers. Then you look and you're like, oh damn, like mad prestige follows. Makes about Cleveland, Ohio, hotbed of pants.
Hotbed of culture.
I like them, and we're gonna talk about the silhouette later on. Up top, I got a Norse Projects tee-on underneath the Auralee kid mohair.
Cookie.
Then I had the Arlagace and peril.
Cookie Monster.
It is Cookie Monster.
That's proprietary Cookie Monster mohair, by the way.
What were you,
Auralee mills their own fabric.
You're Oscar the Grouch when you wear your Patagonia.
Yeah.
As quoted in the as enshrined in the New Yorker.
Yeah, we're both Muppets, but we reside in different neighborhoods.
But
one Sesame Street and the other in a motherfucking
trash can.
Well, is Cookie Monster Sesame Street?
Yeah, they're both Sesame Street.
So we live on the same block.
Yeah, but
my block.
When you're talking about when you're dubbed wearing a Oscar the Grouch-esque John, the author also mentions your terrible posture. So
yes.
that's cool.
As anyone who pays $10 can always see every week.
The Auralee Cookie Monster, the Auralee. I'm getting that Auralee top. Our Legacy Empire Romani jacket, Bottega ring, maiden name ring, some rich white bitch in Aspen ring, and some IG brand diamond ring. Maria Tash in the Lobe. I think that's it. Oh, and Margiela Gentle Monster Sunnies, courtesy of the homie Brenda hashtag.
Oh, that's right. It's actually maybe less Cookie Monster now that I'm looking at the turquoise ring against the Auralee. It's a turquoise top.
Yeah, which their fall 23 collection had a lot of turquoise in it, like big fucking overcoats in like a nubby. In like a nubby, like Casentino wool or whatever it's called.
I feel like the color is in fall winter 24 that they just showed. That was the Paris Fashion Week debut.
No, fall winter 23. So the collection that I saw when I was in Japan, that they were rotating out for spring.
What I'm going to say is there was a lot of color this time around too. The new shit.
Yeah. What were we going to talk about?
Okay. Sorry. Are you done? Sorry.
Hanes boxers.
Okay.
Sipping on a Diet Pepsi and Green Point's finest.
Someone on the Reddit said that we should get Stanleys.
Okay.
Versus like a Hydro Flask and a Nalgene.
Okay.
Are
they hard to get?
I don't know. I just saw the chick who just fucking stole 1,000 mugs, dude.
And apparently get bullied if you don't have one.
If
you have like a rep or a dupe.
Yeah, buying fucking Stanleys on Alibaba.
Yeah.
I mean, there's got to be like.
Yo, I got the Fanly.
Are they really expensive?
I don't think so.
But it's also, it's for girls, right?
It's a girly mug. I don't know, bro. I'm Nalgene. I'm a Nalgene's-man for life.
Damn. Maybe if Pookie got me one, I would rock it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I came through stomping in X Timberland 3-Eye lugs, which I think you have those too.
Yeah.
I like it because the vamp is pony hair, so you add a little sophistication to the slop outside.
Sophisticated vamp life.
Yeah. I am wearing Japanese schoolgirl socks from Threadies. I have on vintage Levi's 501s. Metalwood Studios Western belt, a Cortez pleaser, a Libero quarter zip. The big bomber was courtesy of Bare Knuckles. Thank you, Cole and Jacob.
Bro, the bomber. So I love that you fucking fantastic piece, and like a lot of stuff that we talked about. Sorry to interrupt your fit check real quick, but a lot of stuff that we talked about on like what we want to see trend predictions in 2024. I feel like are already kind of moving,
bro.
And like a bomber is a piece that I've been having my fucking eye on trying to cop. I told you about the two that I saw in Japan that I really wanted, and like that's a good one. What is it like? What's the material? It's like
nylon.
A washed. Okay, but it's like a washed black.
Yeah. It's with the contrast stitching, and then the collar, the cuff, and the collar is is navy.
I think that's gonna be my next
with the orange liner.
My next target acquired is gonna be some sort of like fire bomber, but not just like a green nylon with like the orange liner.
An MA1, yeah.
An MA1, yeah.
Do you think that's people reacting to the Bruce Wayne Pattinson fit? Like people being like, oh, that because that was like a big moment.
I think it's just like military is so back in a big way. We're fucking killing the Houthis. They say the U.S. dollar's backed by what? The motherfucking goddamn Navy. They're about to find out.
The throw gang is the armor.
Italy,
better yet, a Navy.
I copped these pants at and Son. Shout out cousin Ben. Great new shop on Sullivan Street here in Soho. They started out in Jersey. Yeah, but they did so well there.
Montclair, Bergen County.
They did so well there that
my hood, where my trash can is located.
They shut down and moved to fucking big glow up to Soho.
Yeah.
They have a nice little selection of Karu now Kartik research.
Yeah.
A bunch of William Frederick, a nice vintage selection, some nice furniture and home goods.
Who's the guy who makes the monster shoes?
Samuel Falzoni.
Damn, okay.
I don't know. He also works there. So just say whatever,
shit.
Sam. And a lot of Mon Italy, like a shitload of Mon Italy. And Mon Italy had a repurposed parachute. It wasn't an MA1, maybe like more of like an M65, but U.S. parachutes are made of silk. So it had this like shiny, kind of like satiny shimmer to it.
Sheen and shimmer.
Which nearly pulled the trigger, but on Italy.
Make the
Kind of
whole
expensive.
fit shimmer.
Yeah.
It's a little T-Swizz.
Anyway,
reference.
sorry. Oh, nice.
No, anyway.
Military.
Yeah, shout out Bare Knuckles. This is great. I believe it's coming out soon. Awesome fucking cropped, boxy fit. Super warm too on a day like today. Metalwood Studios hat.
Is that
on
a
the
new
dome? No, I've had the orange. I just haven't. It's been kind of on ice. I've worn it before, but
Okay.
I mean, it matches the liner of the Bare Knuckles bomber.
This from the guy that doesn't wear camo.
Okay. Well, it was. I understand the error of my ways. We also were completely wrong about silk. Silk is like a supernatural, breathable fabric. We were thinking of like synthetic polys that like masquerade as silk.
No. We said that silk is worm shit and therefore is mad breathable.
Okay.
But for whatever reason, we just wear cheap shit, and that's why.
For whatever reason, Robbie had us completely wrong in the clip.
There it is. Oh, did someone call us out?
Yeah.
Wow, what a fucking... there's a first time for everything of us getting called out, you know?
Despite all their sartorial knowledge, these guys dress like fucking hot garbage. That's a Reddit comment. Rolly on the wrist, wedding ring on the fingy, wifey on the pinky, chrome on the other hand, and I'm sipping out of a humble hydro flask full of Greenpoint's finest.
You hit the Chrome Hearts in Miami?
Yeah, it's like fucking mad. So you know how like you were joking about going to the Chrome Heart store in Aspen, sorting price low to high, which is not that wrong. This shit needs to be cleaned expeditiously because like I don't know if it's supposed to be, I thought it was all sterling silver. I didn't ask like what the material of the ring was.
Do you ever take it off?
Yeah, I don't sleep with it. I don't
Do you
wear any of
shower
my
with it?
rings.
Do
No,
you shower?
I don't
Do you
wear my
shower?
rings in the house.
Do you shower?
Yeah, I do shower. I don't wear my like. Do you wear your rings around the crib? No,
No.
right.
I'm not Drake with the chain.
So I'm just wondering if it's maybe
Do
actually
you
like
jerk off
steel.
with it?
Hell no, dude.
Oh, you didn't ask if it's... Oh, we need the silver buster.
Fake chrome buster. Yeah, so it just needs to be clean. But it's weird because like all my other shit that's like cheaper didn't get dirty.
I think
This
most
shit got
silver like
dirty.
doesn't need to be clean. It needs to be polished usually.
Well, I'm
So
not.
you are not... Wait, let me see. Let me see this
Look
shit.
at how dinky it looks. Extra dinky and dull.
No, it looks like you got it out of a gumball machine, first of all. You won that shit at Dave & Buster's.
Yeah.
Hit it. Oh, I don't know. All right. Here is silver from Maiden Name. And here's Chrome Hearts from...
I thought it was sterling silver.
Here's Mystery Metal from Chrome Hearts. Yeah, I don't know.
Is this really some way for you just doing it a bit, or can we actually tell?
I think there's
based on
got to
the
be
ding?
there's got to be a way. I mean, there's got to be a way to
I need
figure
a
it out.
fucking, you know, like the super. One of the things that grailed that was awesome is someone at some point just brought in, because so many guys wore like chrome jewelry.
Oh,
there was one of the
ring
like
guys.
ultrasonic jewelry cleaners just in the office. You could just clean your watch and your rings. It was fire. I would clean my Auralee all the time.
Nice. That's funny.
I'm wearing Supreme Hanes underwear.
Real Tree?
No,
camo?
Black Boys.
Okay. What?
Black. I'm wearing black underwear.
Okay, there you go. All right.
Jesus Christ. Yep. All right. Let's get into the meat and potatoes.
Oh, fit check, drink check, complete. Lawrence.
Yeah.
You were away for 15 nights. How's Miami?
First of all, it's so funny that like I was gaslit by you for it because it was like he's going away for 14 days, and I'm like, no, it's 10. It wasn't even 10. It was 7 days.
That's Jimmy math. You got to divide by 2.
yeah. Honestly, you
Yo,
were
girl, you want these 10 inches?
And
divide by 2.
Okay. Well, honestly, I could get behind Jimmy math now that I think about it. That's not bad, dude.
There
yeah,
it is.
dude.
Yo, you want this foot long?
A clean 8. Okay. Yeah, well, I was in Miami. I'm back now. Vacation. Our concurrent vacations are over.
I know.
Things are going to be back. I know this is coming out on a Wednesday, but we're going to be back to normal next week.
Yes, unless
So what's
something
up?
inexplicable happens and comes out of nowhere. But yeah, we should
Yeah.
be back. We should be back to normal by next week.
Yeah, but also it's all like, I think that last year, and correct me if I'm wrong, but like we like took nary a week off, and I feel like some of those
Larry.
some of those pods not okay, great. That wary nary. I mean, maybe like if there's not the best booking, maybe we like don't force it. That's what I'm trying to get to in this year in 2024.
I'd be down. I also think that what would be fun is if for whatever reason, like there's an opportunity to do 2 boys only in a week,
Yeah.
boys onlys in a week, we should just take it, right?
yeah.
It just means you gotta hop on the G and get up here, and we fucking rearrange my entire apartment unless we go in an office.
And then fucking you tap in Chuck for a little third mic action, maybe bring the rest of the Fab Five through, you know?
yeah,
we'll
but I
see.
think it wasn't that you were gone for 2 weeks. It's that you chose to take, or not you chose, you took vacation at a time historically when people are like, come back from vacation. Like people vacay over
Yeah.
Christmas, over New Year's, they come back, they slowly get into the swing of things, but then you absconded down to Miami for a very good reason.
Yeah, you know they say
for a
you
special reason.
You know they say you can pick your wife, but you can't pick your wife's birthday. It happens to be that her 40th birthday,
24th birthday. She's turning 22.
Her birthday is Jan 20th, and thank you to all of the wonderful
What do you get her for her birthday?
best friends. Well, okay,
No, like what did you buy her for her birthday?
right.
This trip?
So we did the trip for sure, and all of the
Accoutrement.
costs that come attached to it. But no, because of her birthday falling fairly close to Christmas, I've been lucky that she is down with of maybe just like the one big purchase. This hasn't happened every year, but like getting a big thing that kind of like checks off both boxes. So I did that this year
What'd you
with
get?
the big piece of jewelry from Cartier.
French.
Yeah, I don't want to like
Did you do the sterling silver busta on it?
No, no. This wasn't sorting. Well, actually,
Diamonds?
there's diamonds in it. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Ooh, plural.
Yeah. Yeah.
Diamonds.
But the two things that she wanted for the 40th were a fan cam, which Chuck whipped up for your boy.
Yes.
So shout out Chuck for that. Appreciate that.
was
did,
great.
Did that off the arm. That was wonderful. And then the other thing, she put this bug in my ear very early, is for her birthday, which was, happening in Miami with a bunch of
how many people?
her friends, our friends. We had, oh shit, I don't know. I'm just going to say 12.
And did you like take over like a section of the standard?
No, not even everyone stayed there. But for her private birthday dinner, we got we got a private area, and she wanted to be roasted and toasted.
Okay. Was this a Carbone?
No, it was at Swan, which is a Grutman. Honestly, I don't expect to go to Miami and like have the best. There's one place that I really do like, is I've talked about it before on the show, this sushi restaurant Uchi, which has a great happy hour. And this
Uchi wally wally.
Uchi bang bang.
Damn, maybe that's outro music.
Sure. And they have Uchis in, I think it's originally from Austin, but there's
oh yeah, Austin, Texas, known for its sushi.
I mean, listen, dude. I'm not here to fucking judge the
Joe Rogan's a regular.
the origin of where the sushi restaurant is from. That place is very good. But anyway, I was really impressed.
Miami has great food though.
No, for sure. Oh, we went to the Lucali in Miami.
Okay.
I thought it was
Just all right.
Yeah.
What percentage of the meals were at standard? Because I know that usually when you go, and we're gonna get into the roast and everything, but I know usually when you guys go, it's like a 3-nighter, 4-nighter, and you
as
just
it
fucking
should be.
for sure. And you like you do some dinners out, but mainly you just like fucking grub up at the standard, right?
If we're having breakfast and lunch or snacks by the pool, or having snacks during the day, it's going to be at the standard at the pool, and then we eat out every
it's
night.
a small menu. Pause. It's a small
But
menu.
I honestly,
well, you better. It's her birthday.
nice, dude. Honestly, dude, that every day's my birthday in that case, bro. No. We
Anytime I get to eat at my wife, it's my birthday.
no, we go out to eat every.
Jen is not listening, right?
No, but okay. So with the roast,
Yeah. At Swan.
at Swan in the this little private
There's
upstairs
a
area.
hiccup at Carbone?
A what?
There's like a hiccup at Carbone?
No. There was hiccup. I'm not gonna get into hiccups, but we.
I want to hear about the hiccups.
I don't know. Should I? Because with the roast, I cleared this with her. Trigger warning.
Okay.
She,
Who are we warning? Women?
the audience. No. I'm not gonna read the whole roast, but there was one joke that crushed, and she was like,
That you wrote.
I wrote a whole speech.
Was it like a Comedy Central roast where everyone fucking roasted everyone?
No, so mainly toasts. In terms of roasting, it was myself and our friend who we call like our daughter, Claire. Everyone else was a little bit too, how do I put this, pussy
Okay.
to roast JB, mainly because on the surface, JB is the kind of person who you would think a roast would not go poorly for anybody but this kind of person. Can't take constructive criticism, amongst other things.
Okay. Sounds like your work wife, work husband, me.
No, you can handle a roast. I mean, that's what we kind of do every fucking week, bro.
It's true. You fucking fuck. Wait, so you wrote the roast just about her. Did you implicate yourself? You didn't involve anyone else? It was just all JB?
No, this is a whole roast of her.
Damn, that's the most work you've ever done ever.
And then the last bit is like the toast.
Okay, well, let's hear
No, so I just wanted to read
the one that killed your marriage.
Okay, so it's kind of like I kind of went in like chronological order of her life. So just like pretend that we're coming. You've heard a bunch of stuff and we're coming in. All right. However, growing up, JB wasn't all that bad. While other kids asked for college graduation gifts like a car or a laptop, she was getting a nose job. In fact, when we're back in Bay City, it's quite shocking to see all the pictures of her before. To be honest, they're quite tough and depressing to look at, which is saying a lot since they're hanging next to pictures of her dead brother.
Oh.
Now that I think about it, Jenna's Botox habit actually makes a lot of sense when you consider shooting yourself in the head runs in the family. So that one absolutely.
Clip it out, Robbie.
No, don't clip that. But to your point, yes, that killed.
Okay, literally.
But no, she loved it. It was great. I think there's video evidence
of the
of
death. Of you. Okay.
Bro.
I don't know. We're all over the place here.
No, there's and then so that was great. The roast
was
went,
it like
went
were
over
people not laughing until she laughed at that one? Was it one of those?
No, I mean I think you can't just deny pure comedy.
Yeah.
I think
great setup, great delivery.
Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. No, it was something that knowing I was like, I don't know who because it's optional, right? I think that writing jokes and
suicide?
then getting
Yeah, I guess so.
when you have a friend or a loved one be like, I want to be roasted or toasted. And obviously the most obvious thing is at a wedding, you know, if it's your job, if you're a best
Yeah, but you don't go that hard at the wedding.
No, absolutely
Especially
not. Though some people do.
Well, those people are...
Those people have never been invited to another wedding.
Exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, I delivered. She was super happy to the point where I was like, yo, when we do any type of recap stuff and I talk about your roast, would you be okay with me just like, you know, delivering a joke? And that was the one that was decided upon.
Damn, see, that was great. But
Thanks, man.
at the same time, I can't believe because you see fucking Comedy Central roast clips all the time on TikTok, and like the whole thing is that they go one by one and just annihilate everyone. Like,
I didn't annihilate. You know, it's funny. There was maybe
I was waiting for you to get annihilated. That's what I wanted to hear about.
No, there was no, and you know what? To be honest, again, like knowing the kind of person that JB is, I think that she really wanted it to be about her. And it was. And there were a couple maybe strays in the rest of the stuff that I'm not going to read. But
something, your husband, he's bald.
But balding. But no, kept it about
balding.
her. And it was a great way to end a delicious, awesome dinner.
Nice.
So again, shout out my close personal friend David Grutman on nailing it.
Yeah.
And then we went out and we did karaoke and had a super great night, and that was kind of like the big birthday night celebration.
Was everything else just like chilling by the pool, fucking sipping on some dicktails and some having some guac and fucking ceviche? Like,
yeah, we had a boat day that was planned. We had a bunch of other group dinners.
Boats and hoes. I rewatched Step Brother.
Oh, holds up. I'm imagining, right?
Yeah, a lot of F words on there, and I'm not talking about fuck.
Oh, damn, dude.
Kind of a wild amount.
Canceled.
But yeah,
really?
Exactly. Yeah.
Delivered by who? Just everyone?
Adam Scott,
Nice.
Rob Reiner, or not Rob Riggle, Rob Reiner, Adam Scott, mainly Adam Scott.
Okay, as the shitty brother.
Yes,
who's like kind of doing like a Tom Cruise impression to some degree. I guess not really.
A little bit. They do kill the Sweet Child of Mine karaoke.
Oh, that's right. With the whole family in the
not
car.
Karaoke, but you know,
acapella.
But
yeah, no, great time. I will say that's the longest I've been in Miami that I can remember.
It's bored?
It's too long. And then we're like leaving, and Jen is like, yeah, like I could get used to it. I'm like, you mean like live down here? And she did mean that, but I think she just means like not working for a living versus like needing it to be. You could like not work anywhere, and it would be awesome because that's what being retired is. Awesome.
I mean, I was in Japan for 2 weeks, but it wasn't a lounging by the pool situation.
Yeah,
it was like doing shit every day, and that I was like, I never want to come home.
Yeah, no, I get it.
I just want to fucking shop.
No, that's
all
about
the goddamn time.
That's like relocating to like.
When did you start? When did you get bored? Like what? After what night?
Yeah, I'm good on, honestly, dude, 3 nights, 4 nights, which would be like probably the longest of the trips we've taken in the past. After that, I'm good to go.
Well, 4 nights in the same place, doing this like Groundhog Day.
Kind of,
lost in translation
but in a good way that's relaxing and, you know, baking out by the pool and, you know, day drinking and just, and she let me fucking blast darts with impunity. I was going crazy.
What do you have more of, beers or cigs?
Oh, definitely cigs, dude.
How many cigs do you have?
I was at a pack plus clip per day. Yeah.
So let's say 25.
Yeah,
so
probably.
10, so 7, so 150, 185 cigs.
Yeah, definitely didn't have 185 beers. Oh my God, dude.
How many beers did you have?
So my beer intake was cut short because every night we went out. First of all, I'm the kind of guy that would be like, advertising doesn't work. But we went to this bar. I believe it's called Gramps. It's pretty famous in Miami. It's a shitty dive bar. They, for whatever reason, were advertising. They were like official advertisements for Red Bull vodkas. Okay. So I was like, let's tap back into that. So I was drinking RBVs like a fiend.
Damn.
That I was pilled, sugar-free.
Sugar-free.
Which I don't know if you remember, but there was a Forest event at Pebble Bar, and Red Bull was a sponsor, and it was the watermelon.
Watermelon. They had they had a yellow, they had a blue, they had a green.
All those, they're not rare Red Bulls. And also, by the way, when where were we with Nick Grant? Oh, Chicago. Remember, we were like, Nick Grant was like addicted. He was going through this addiction phase of delicious Red Bulls.
Oh yeah, we were like,
his
what should
wife
we get
like made him stop.
We were like, what should we get at the gas station? She's like, get a variety pack of Red Bulls.
Yeah,
like what?
But that watermelon Red Bull is, and they sell them at the Standard too. So like the watermelon, and I didn't have any RBVs with the rare flavors. I was again keeping it to beers at the pool, but they got that green one, or excuse me, this yellow one that's like a tropical passion fruit or something. Smacker. There's a new Juneberry Smacker, Blueberry Smacker.
And all the berries, bro.
But yo, RBVs, dangerous, dude.
Yeah. Well, I guess if you're with wifey, you can't indulge in Miami's finest, and so you really had to kind of revert to like Red Bull.
No, but everyone
you can't do your morning tootski.
But which again, it's like,
how was that this morning?
I guess I can't be ironic on the pod anymore without being fucking killed as a fucking savage, degenerate professional podcaster being enabled by all these wonderful people at home. I mean,
how many RBVs did you have per night? What was your average? Like 8?
Yeah. Probably.
Did you go to the greatest club in the greatest bar in the world?
So there was a couple nights where like dinner was over and like the group is like deciding like where we should go, and I kept throwing out Max Club Deuce, and no one was fucking with the vision, so we didn't go. I know, and I've never been. I've only ever heard about it from you. I've never been.
You love it. Sigs inside.
No, I know, and that. So it's funny you say that because I like snuck it in as a suggestion, and then someone's like, "Oh, you what? You just want to go there because you can smoke inside?" And I was like, "Fuck!" And then everyone was like, "No, we're not doing that." But yeah, so RBV's back. That's another in for 2024.
Okay. Is the beer at the Standard still poolside still Estrella?
No, it's La Playita, which is really fucking good.
Yeah,
it's like a beachside pilsner, like that certain type of beer. Really fucking good. I think it's locally brewed or something.
In Miami,
maybe.
Can I just say,
yeah,
I was shocked and a little bit happy. Not really appalled.
Okay.
At how little fucking IG storying you were doing.
Oh no, yeah.
I was like, he must be having a great time. He's not just fucking having his wife take thousands of photos of him so he could post 1 or 2 of them per day.
No. Oh, you know who's staying there? Eric Andre.
Did you say what up?
No. I mean, not. I was like, what am I gonna do? Ask for a picture.
How's the people watching?
I mean, he was he was the best person to watch. Weirdly, like, so his special or whatever, his live thing just came out on HBO. So I didn't know if he was there for work or celebrating. Again, I didn't like ask him, but he seemed to be flying solo, and he was doing a lot of pacing.
Like on the phone?
No, not on the phone. It would be like
smoking?
He would seem not smoking, come outside with a book. I hope I'm also like not putting him on blast. This is not embarrassing, but you come out with his book, sit down, just like nap, then get up and like pace. And I would just see him like
getting his steps in.
Yeah, he was getting his steps in all around the hotel property and just carrying this book, which I wish I had taken down like what the book was, so we could do a little Eric Andre reading recommendation. But he didn't really seem to be cracking it, so maybe it's not that good.
Was you like cooling in on the IG story? Was that like intentional, or was that just kind of like you're too busy having a great time with your friends and family?
Well, there was a lot more people there than when Jenna and I would normally go. So I definitely think like I'm just like having actual conversation versus like Jenna reading on her Kindle and me being like,
you're just scrolling.
Let me scroll or let me like seek out fucking grammable moments. Not that I think I'd do that normally, but
yes, you do.
I don't know. I don't know about that. Yo, listen, my life a move. My life an IG story for real.
My life a multi.
It's ending in 24 hours.
My life a carousel.
Yeah. No, it was great. It was fun to be there with like a big group. Some people who had never gone to experience the pleasure that is the Standard Miami, my favorite.
Did you hit the spa? Because like I know that you've never.
Jenna had gotten a gift card from my aunt.
But not even the spa, just like the steam room that everyone can use.
No,
the sauna.
Because I'm a pool, plunge pool, hot tub fanatic. Where
you're
that's
not
like
you're not Schwitzer.
Nah, not really. And I wasn't ever, even despite 8 RBVs and like going out later because we're with a big group of people that want to like celebrate and live in the moment in honor of my beautiful wife's born day. But it wasn't like I'm so hungover, let me hit this on or anything like that.
No,
So
just going to like sweat it out.
I honestly, I probably should have because like that last couple of days where I'm like all right.
Well, I'm just saying like if you're at the same space for 10 days like or 7 days, you run out of shit to do. So it's like all right, let me go see what the fuck this sauna's about.
It was great, man. I just like to cool out, got some sun.
Were you room 69 like I was?
No, we were in room 91.
Rooms are small.
But you're not.
Little cabin fever situation.
I don't know, dude. I've always said it's bungalow vibes, and I think it's sexy, and I think it like actually adds a nice element to the stay. And then also, it's like, yo, if you're gonna be at the pool all day, who cares about the room?
Yeah.
But I like it. I'm a big fan.
Nice.
That's enough free promo for the standard Miami.
Well, glad you're back because we can finally get the fucking pod rocking off in the new year. While you were away, I had a
TF rocking off in 2024, baby.
Get your rocks out.
Yeah, for real, dude.
I had a week of I had a hell week of again just like jet lag. Damn. Finally over it, but
thank God. Inshallah.
I tried to make myself as busy as possible because it's like if there's some work to do, and we have to do some work after this. By the way, I got to catch up on a lot of shit.
Okay. Exciting stuff.
But also, like, I was like, let me, take advantage of the fact that TF is like still half off and do a bunch of shit. One of the things I did was, and this is spontaneous because I was just like in the city, post therapy, had to go to Drake's to get a made-to-order suit. But
what'd you go with? Just real quick.
Like a muddy brown, kind of like a super lightweight, like the lightest possible weight, tropical wool.
Nice.
The house style 2-3 roll, right?
Yeah.
What do you call it?
3-2 roll.
3-2 roll where the top button is not functional.
Well, it is, but it's like right.
You don't do it. You don't.
Come
You're
on.
a fucking idiot. But yeah, I think that. And I was like, shit, what suits do I have? I'm fucking blank on it. I'm going a little suit crazy, bro. I also bought the Auralee Workshop Stussy double-breasted suit.
Right. Is that not, don't you have the Made in England one too? Isn't it?
Yeah, and I love that so much that when that popped up, and it's like pretty fucking cheap, plus the homie discount.
Yeah.
Snapped it up immediately.
Because like the top and the full suit, not
the full
just
suit,
this
full suit.
or whatever.
Yeah,
Nice.
Yeah.
They're not pleated, the pants, right?
I don't think these are.
Yeah. Well, I don't think the Made in England is either, but that's a nice. But it's like a big, voluminous.
It's like big and boxy. It's big and boxy, but it's like not too crazy. But I was like, what fucking like suits do I have? And I was like, let me just go like a muddy, kind of like richer brown.
Nice.
At Drake's, but I was like in the area, and I was going to go to just the old reliable Thai diner.
Oh, for sure.
Get the watercress salad with chicken, one of the best dishes in downtown Manhattan. But I was like, yo, Hamburger America. If you don't know, this is a spot that is pretty new in the West Village. It's like on Houston and McDougal, but on the south side, so technically Soho, whatever. This guy, I believe his name is George Motz. I'm sure I'm fucking that up. Correct me in the comments. He is literally like America's preeminent hamburger scholar, which is like a fire title to have.
Right. How many hamburgers does that guy eat? Like he just eats burgers.
Yeah, I mean this man should be dead. I think he's like written books. He's like been on a bunch of like TV shows. He did something with First We Feast. He fucking put up or shut up and opened up his own hamburger joint.
Okay.
That's like takes a lot of inspiration from the more like Midwestern type hamburger spots in the country from like the golden age of American burgers,
eateries,
50s and 60s, joints.
Yeah.
Like the Formica countertops, like fucking pictures on the wall. I think it's kind of a replica of someplace in like the Midwest. And there's 2 smash burgers options. There's a bunch of other stuff.
Oh, okay. That was going to be my question.
Not a bunch of other stuff. It's a pretty tight menu. And I walked in at like 11:45, no wait. It got crowded later with like straight up fanboys.
You were getting burgers before noon?
Dude, I love a pre-noon lunch. You know this.
No, but like a burger. Well, anyway, I don't know
how. It was just like that's what the timing was because like I had to be somewhere
on the smaller side, or
I mean, I was hungry.
Okay.
They're relatively small, but like it eventually filled up with fanboys that were like, because he's on the grill smashing and flipping.
That's how it should be.
And he's a super charming guy. This like German tourist couple was like trying to buy merch, and they asked if they could buy the style that his that like the workers were wearing. He's like, oh no, sorry, the L is for workers only. Would you like to have a job here? I was like, damn, great dad joke.
This guy's got Midwestern dad humor.
Yeah, and he has like rocker chops, bro. Is this the year we rock out? He had like rocker chops.
I don't know about chops, dude.
Just like good vibes, like good music, friendly hostess who was like She's like, wow, that's the perfect order. When I put my order in, and I was like, oh, nice. And then
got both burgers.
But then she said it's literally everybody else. And an Arnold Palmer.
Fries?
No fries.
On the menu or that you?
I got there are fries on the menu, but I just got, so there's like a regular smash burger. I got a all the way, which is a little mustard, a little pickle, a little onion.
Delicious. Great combo.
Very minimal, but that's like
yellow mustard?
That's like with the works. I believe so.
Okay.
Then I got the Oklahoma style burger, which is they like, you know what it is, right? They fucking put the ball beef, smothered onions smash that shit, tuck the onions in.
Onions.
Also with, I think, just the most minimal amount of fixins.
Wait, can you see what's the seasoning? Salt and pep, that's it? Or is there a
It's
secret?
just like it's all in one thing. But he seasons it pretty fucking heavily.
Oh, yeah?
Heavy hand on Mott's.
Huh. So too salty?
No. Buttered roll. Here's what I realized is that...
Potato roll?
Yeah, Martin's potato roll.
Okay. Grilled? With butter?
Yeah. Like there's actually a funny machine where it's like, they go through this like toaster. They're not grilled, like a toaster.
Like that every bodega has, like the toaster.
But there's like a butter cylinder.
Yeah,
that's like buttering them.
Okay,
it was kind of fire. I like
so
it.
It's all automated.
It's like Willy Wonka, but for burgers.
Nice.
Boigas.
Yeah. The beef factory.
I felt bad. I kind of fucked up here because I had the first one, just the regular one, not the non-Oklahoma, no onions.
But so no house sauce, because that's like all these fucking smash burger places. It's like, like fucking house sauce or our special sauce or okay. I like that. No ketchup. Nary a drop. Okay.
No ketchup. There was ketchup if you ordered fries. I'm sure people put on the burgers. But here's the thing that I realized is that I'm not a big fan of and I'm getting hungry saying this. And I know that you're saying that smash burgers out.
It's just that there's just so many.
There's so many. And this is supposedly the goated one, right?
Okay.
I'm not a big minimal burger fan.
Huh.
I like shreddis. I like tomato. I like a little mayo-y, ketchup-y house sauce.
With some relish in there too, maybe. Yeah.
I love pickles. So when it's just kind of like the mustard onion end of the spectrum, I wasn't that into it. And that's where they both are. So if that's not what you're into, you're kind of hosed when it comes to burgers at like New York's best burger spot, allegedly.
Is the thought process like let the meat speak?
It's like let the beef speak.
That's a good title. Let the beef speak.
Let the beef speak. You don't want to take it from the beefiness. You only want to compliment it.
So for you, who I would say of the two of us, definitely, you're the gourmand. It was a bit humble and basic in a not disappointing way, because I'm sure it was like good. It seems like you still enjoyed it, but it wasn't like if you were behind the counter and you had the full spread, like it was bodega, you're throwing shredders on there. I'm with you for sure.
Yeah.
And you would do sliced tomatoes.
Yes, and definitely some relish or pickles, some raw onions. Did
you like
saucy.
the onions grilled and smashed into the patty? Was that the Oklahoma? Did that
you don't
deliver
really.
more?
I mean, you don't really get it. And this is where I fucked up. Where he like handed me the second burger, and I was like, "Oh no, I got the one with the onions." And he's like, "No, they're tucked in there." And I was like, "Oh shit, dude.
You fucking blew it, bro."
No.
Yo, acknowledge the tuck.
But the menu has a whole bunch of other stuff like sandwiches and stuff that apparently are gas. And I do want to go back and get the ham sandwich, which is supposed to be great. But in terms of burgers, I would give it a 7.5 out of 10.
Is it okay? Better smash burgers would be had by Shies when they were doing it, and who else is a
Shies because like they had.
Have you had 7th Street? That's apparently really good.
7th Street again is just kind of like it's like a greasy puck of meat, bread and cheese.
How was the with the smash at what is it called? American Burger? What's it called?
Hamburger America.
Hamburger America. How was the smash in terms of like that really good like crispy ribbon? Because that is nice. Was that mouthfeel good?
Yeah, it was good. He has a special smasher called the Smashula, which is like a spatula that he called Smashula.
Yeah. Sounds like a battle bot.
But no, he did. It is like apparently a custom tool that he made. And I don't know, I'm sure
because of all of his research in the field.
Look, if I knew who this guy fucking was, I read one review and I was like, oh, that place sounds cool. I'm going to be by there in 20 minutes. Let me just stop by there. If I had fallen under his his cult of personality,
sure.
Because a lot of people came and they were tourists and fanboys that were literally talking to each other like, yo, this guy, oh my God, I've been following this guy on YouTube for years.
So he's kind of like a Francis Mallman of the burger game.
Yeah. And
now
I think
I'm familiar with who Francis is.
Exactly. And this guy was I'm sure if you are already under spell, it's got to taste that much better. I just wasn't there.
Because you want it to be so good because you love this fucking homie. Got it.
But if you can get there, and apparently people were being like, "Oh, yo, the last time I tried to go was like an hour and a half wait." So like, go early, go in an off hour, and enjoy it because it's fun.
Is it fast? He churns them out, or
not really? It takes his time.
Damn,
the vibe is good. The price is right.
How much is a burger?
$7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I had 2 burgers and a drink for like $20.
Single patty, double patty, because there's.
I ordered single.
Oh,
you can get double. You can get quadruple, I think.
Yeah, well, because they're so thin. I mean, honestly, it's bad for you already. But
I think smash burgers like pizza, where it's like there's no such thing as like a bad smash burger.
No.
Like there's, it's a high floor.
And I want to be clear because again, I feel like with some of the ins and outs and the predictions, like things are getting misconstrued, like morning toots, skis, and drunk driving. And I just want to be clear that like when it came to the food ins and outs, it wasn't like I never want to eat these things ever again. It's just that these are things that are everywhere. It would be nice to switch it up and move the trend, goalposts a little bit. That's all.
Speaking of trend goalposts, and the other like lunch spot that I crossed off the list just because I was in the city doing errands and shit was S&P lunch.
Okay, you're right.
Which like and shout out Richard at S&P who didn't hook it up, but he was like, yo, I'm a huge fan. After the fact, I was like,
thanks,
what
dick.
Up? What up? He's like, yeah, I didn't want to say anything during your lunch. I'm like, during my lunch?
I didn't want to say anything when you were paying. I didn't want to be disrespectful.
It was kind of a cosmic coincidence because so they do the honor system, right?
Whoa,
So
okay.
I had a turkey Reuben and a Diet Coke at the counter. Just a fucking classic all-American lunch by your boy Jimmy again.
You didn't make it.
No, but I'm saying like I had burgers and an Arnold Palmer and then a turkey Reuben and a Diet Coke. Like I'm Don Draper over here.
Don Draper for lunch ate
3 martinis and
a cigarette.
Yeah,
or for him, did he drink like
a
old
steak?
It's like old fashioned, or probably just scotch straight up. Whatever. Anyway,
but
and a secretary, throwing a secretary in the mix.
What they do, first of all. Also great music. It was just all like 2007 kind of like Fuel and like every morning there's a halo hanging.
Sugar Ray?
Yeah, Sugar Ray.
Okay.
But they do the honor system. So you go up there and you tell the cashier at the front what you ordered. And I kind of wanted to be like, what's going to happen here? If you throw in a little chaos, people go crazy. What if I don't mention the Diet Coke? And just be like, I had a turkey Reuben.
Going like undercover boss style, just trying to test it out.
Yeah, stress test it. Then he's like, I didn't want to say anything, but I'm a huge fan. I was like, I also had a Diet Coke.
Right, so he clocked the order. You didn't want to fucking skimp out.
Yeah. And he was wearing a Lost in Translation T-shirt while I was reading the New Yorker profile on Sofia Coppola.
Yeah.
So it's like
no Oscar nominations for Priscilla.
Yikes, we're gonna get to that.
Sorry.
But speaking of divisiveness or trend goalposts or whatever the fuck you said.
Yeah.
Let's talk about clothing for once. How about that,
Sure,
Lawrence?
that sounds good.
Want to give that a shot?
Paris Fashion
Want
Week
to do that for the first time in 2024?
Yeah, let's do that.
You fucking clothesman.
I mean, we did it. Whatever. Okay, sure. Yeah, dude, let's do it.
All right, the first thing we got to talk about is the Junya Watanabe X New Balance 1906 sneaker loafer.
It's a penny loafer sneaker.
Yeah, I love it. I like the all black. I don't like the white and black.
Oh, is it? Oh, it's not all white. Oh, it's black sole.
Yeah,
and a white
yeah.
upper. And by the way, I don't think divisive is not that. It's divisive on this podcast because I am surprised. I'm honestly blown away. The amount that I'm already sick of the sneaker because every fucking group chat
Sneaker loafer
slobbing on this hybrid. Every fucking Zood board. I've seen this shoe now. It almost feels like it's torched already. Just the amount of love that it's getting, and I'm quite surprised because people are acting like this is some kind of genius. And Junya is an unimpeachable genius, right? He might not be the master a la Yoji, but like no one thinks that Junya is overrated. If anything, he's probably underrated.
Yeah, for sure.
But
the collaborations, I feel like, are finally bringing his name back in the conversation, though. Outside of like the Junya heads,
right? He's always been a big collab guy.
CP stuff, whoo.
Levi's famously, Carhartt, Brooks Brothers, all the stuff that you mentioned, and
North Face.
Absolutely so goated. I will say that his footwear collabs, and I feel like I've said this on the pod before, have always left something a little bit to be desired for me. He's done like kind of whatever Nikes before. I believe this is not his first time working with NB, but anyway, people are acting like this is some genius level footwear item. And I find that to be flabbergasting because this is not the first time that the hybrid sneaker loafer has like been done in a high fashion sense, has been done in even like a democratization sense where like That's like what Cole Haan was literally doing for like an entire era of that brand when we were at Complex. I have never been a fan of this, and I'm very surprised that people are acting like this is already the shoe or sneaker of the year.
Oh, yo, put it down on the fucking Fitty share. No, we have.
Well, is this so is this a sneaker?
Yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
Okay.
Normally, I'm with you when people start slobbing on the knob of like a single product. To me, Hater
this
Jimmy
is the
comes
first
out.
sneaker entry now in Fitties for next year. That's crazy.
We should also put down the CP company Asics for
I like
sure.
those. I like the fucking Big Birds a lot.
Yeah. Normally I'm with you right here. Hater Jimmy comes out.
Right.
Oh, people like it. Well, guess what? I fucking hate it. I haven't been like on fashion IG or Zood board IG or Twitter as much as you have, where I haven't seen the knob slobbing.
Yeah.
Maybe as much as what's turned you off. It's certainly gimmicky. It's certainly fucking eye catching. It's certainly
it's a novelty.
Kind of out of left field novelty. And yet has been done, and yet has been done before.
Yes.
It's made for IG, right? Where it's like, but I also think that it speaks to a lot of the shit that you and I are fans of, that we think are trends that are going to take off in 2024, that we hope take off because we like them. Weird loafers. That's literally a fucking trend that we both co-sign, I believe. I know I do. Do you?
Well, yeah. I mean, I think we, for sure, I'm definitely more of a, like this to me, this is because of the sneaker sole, is a chunky, fat loafer, which
it's not dainty.
No, which is like what I prefer.
Yeah,
the daintiest sneaker. That's actually an interesting. That's a very, honestly, Jim, that's an interesting way to look at it. You're right. This is we literally.
It's not necessarily Gorp 2.0, but I think like it's not Gorp 2.0, but I think like having a more like rugged sole onto a less traditional Gorp upper.
Yeah,
is this kind of like hybrid Frankenstein thing that we're seeing that I again, I don't want to speak for you, but I think that we both enjoy.
I like juxtaposition in theory.
And to me, it's like, it's one fucking design element away from a sneaker mule, which like I'm a huge fan of.
And has been done a bunch recently.
Well, the New Balance was doing sneaker mules arguably ahead of anybody.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
With the 2002 R's. And they had like they did a
literally
fucking
made for guys that work at smash burger restaurants.
I know. But like they were my bodega beaters, where it's like I would just, because I could just slip them on, and they're mad comfortable. The loafer, the penny like strap, that's a bit where I'm just like, oh, okay. But like everything else, I kind of fucking like it. And even again, maybe I have not seen the outpouring of knob slobbing that you have, which normally would make me be like, wait, why do I actually like this, or am I just like following along with the crowd, or do people actually like this, or are they just following along with the crowd?
Right.
I don't know. If you got that, would you not? If you got them float to you, would you not wear them?
No, absolutely not.
Damn. Right.
There's gonna be people that like wear these with like Issey Miyake Homme Plissé trousers, and like it's gonna look dumb as fuck in my opinion. But you can say that of anything. Sure. The most obvious comp, and we literally just talked about these, I believe, with Chuck when we did our ins and outs and predictions, all that, or maybe it was the pod before, but it was the Roa penny loafer.
No, that was me talking about Gorp 2.0.
Right.
Where it's like, this isn't Gorp, right? But it is like, they look very similar. And I think that while the Cole Haans of the world and the other attempts at doing like sneaker shoe hybrids,
literally from the boardroom to the bar ass footwear.
Yeah. Like, but come on, Cole Haan, like they knew what they're doing. We're still talking about them 10 years later, bro.
I was just following orders. Also,
Cole Haan was like a straight up wingtip on like a sneaker on a lunar sole.
The Lunar Grand. And that's because they had the Nike technology because they were owned by Nike at the time.
Yeah, we had the technology.
I just will say this is going to be so nitpicky, but this might sound very stupid, but when Roa, by the way, I do not like the Roa ones either. I said that, but when Roa does it, because Roa is like the Gorp hiking brand that is doing really interesting, cool stuff. When they take their kind of proprietary Vibram soles, which like they're creating the molds, like they're putting the fucking hours in the lab, like the burger guy, like they're in the field doing it. When they throw a penny loafer on top, again, I don't want to wear those either, but to me that's really interesting. Whereas when Junya, who already is a collaborator with New Balance, that sole, the what is it, the 1906 is out there. That's a shoe.
The sole is.
Yeah, and the sneaker is out there. They're pushing that, right? We've seen that sole a bunch. towards the end of the year. We're going to see it all 2024. I understand why New Balance and Junya like push that, but like that to me, it's not new. We've seen it, and even if you change the upper, it's not as cool as the rower version. And again, I don't want to wear either of these.
But he hasn't sliced a penny loafer in half and taken a penny loafer like leather upper. That's just like a fucking GH Bass prep boy and thrown it on the sole. He's made a penny loafer out of like sneaker materials. Like it has like the New Balance kind of like plastic ridge framework. It has like the Nubuck kind of like stretchy rubber. Like it's a penny loafer made out of sneaker
Alex has
DNA.
done this already, I feel like. Totally.
And those are kind of fire, except for the fucking buckle. Free Matthew Williams.
I'm thinking that, and so you just said there was an all black colorway and then there's white with a black sole. I'm thinking like if I'm Junya and I wanted to get really extra crazy, why not do all white and all black in patent leather? Make them extra fucking spicy, extra weird. They're almost like
then it's not really a sneaker loafer. Then it's just a loafer.
No,
or
it's
a loafer
the same,
on a
same
sneaker
sole.
sole.
I just wonder if it's not. I'm wondering if it's not weird enough for Junya, who normally is like fucking weird.
Well, like again, this is a. What the fuck?
The picture was so spicy.
Yeah.
You just got a virus alert.
Damn.
I'm not into.
Oh, this is okay. This is not that. Yeah.
But
what the fuck?
And what model is that? That's
a 2000.
That's an M2002R. I'm not. I don't. These are not doing it for me.
To me, it's more like he made this is a sneaker. Like the upper is a sneaker.
Oh, I see. He literally put a strap on a sneaker. Well, he raised the top on the drop. So the mule's now
the tongue went extendo. The fucking
okay. This is
you see
this
what I'm saying?
view
Like,
is a little bit better. But
this is not a penny loafer upper on a sneaker sole. It is a penny loafer made out of sneaker materials and like technology.
This is a loaf. Okay, see, I'm seeing a new view here. This is a loafer sneaker. Versus a sneaker loafer, which I think is it's an
important distinction.
I think it really is.
Yeah.
We don't really do Zoods on IG anymore, but this would be interesting to see, like, for the more casual fashion fan who listens to the pod for all the other amazing jokes and insights. I wonder what the average person would think about seeing this thing, because I've seen enough already.
There's no doubt, though, that's going to be fucking torched by just the herbivores
of
the world that are going to wear this terribly.
Me, like, right? Like, I don't, and that's why I kind of like that. Yeah, that shouldn't bother me. So I don't know why it's bothering me.
I just like that.
Maybe it is better than I'm giving it credit for. I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, I kind of like them better than the Auralee New Balances.
So the Auralee New
Balance was just a little
is
like, oh, look, a hit of baby blue.
Okay, well, all right, let me play devil's advocate. That's them being like what Auralee does, which is like really interesting, special color palettes. Look at the fucking turquoise cookie.
I mean, they put blue on the gray sneaker. Like,
nah, but it's like all the little details that you're right. It's not anything crazy. I mean, listen, those are going to sell like hotcakes as well.
For sure.
And by the way, I've also seen those on every fucking Zoot as well. When it's like, if you're watching the Auralee show and that you're focusing on the New Balance club, I get that's why they're on the runway. Wales Bonner does the same shit. Junior's doing it. A6 and CP, they're showing that shoe in Paris during Paris Fashion Week for a reason. You want to get the blogging and the Zoot board zooting, but like that's not what I'm focusing on. I'm focusing on silhouette.
Oh, and the cut and the fit, and
other
the fabrics.
Things.
This goes back to a point that I always make, that where you're just like, oh yeah, I believe you're like, I'm a little over New Balance, right? You're more onto like the Kiko Asics and just like Asics in general. I believe you're still in your Samba shit. But for me, it's like every time I think I'm out,
right?
New Balance pulls me back in,
and I think that's credit to Junya, which again, underrated designer who's like
and the Auralee. Like, look, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and get those Auralees. Like, don't fucking.
I mean, these are two great designers where it's like whether I was hating really hard or shitting on anything specific, let's like take a step back. Let's be real. Like these designers, because it shouldn't be about gender, but these guys specifically are fucking fire at what they do. That's why Auralee is maybe the hottest brand that feels like in the world right now, and Junya is a GOAT. It's because it doesn't matter what you fucking give them to freak or design from scratch. It's gonna get people going.
Yeah,
and it did.
It gets the people going.
Yeah,
Auralee has always been a brand that you and I have, like, I think, loved from afar. I now have Well, we got. I picked up my first Auralee in the season's fire sale.
Same.
Courtesy of Robbie.
Yeah. I only own a pair of trousers, but I've worn a few pieces.
But that was very much just like that's like the entry level gateway drug. We're just like, oh, I need more.
Yeah.
I got this.
They're
as
getting
a gift.
their flowers.
So this was their first Paris Fashion Week show, and I think they showed right before Louis or something. So like everyone was there, in terms of like the power players of fucking Paris Fashion Week. And yeah, they are deservedly, everyone is on their dicks, deservedly so, where it's like, finally, Auralee has come back to the Paris Dome. That's The Rock.
I'm familiar with it.
I will say this, though, with Auralee, like, I was just in the store in Japan. I saw, like, they're in a bunch of stores there. The styling of the shows and of, like, their lookbooks and of their editorial, it will fucking makes it look so much more fire than just like the individual pieces by themselves.
Yes.
Which if you are gonna buy a full Auralee fit, you are now broke.
Yeah, truly. Or congrats on being filthy rich with good taste.
Yeah, or being in Japan where it is cheaper than in America.
Yeah, but it's not like, but to still get a full fit off.
Yeah, and it is one of these brands where it's like it's I'm not gonna call it quite luxury, but it is like relatively basic. It's not loud. It's not quiet. It's not loud. It really is about like the fucking feel of the materials. I believe they make their own every single one of their own textiles.
Yeah.
And that's like the type of luxury that I can get behind. Forget
the
fucking
two Fs, fit and feel.
Forget Louis Vuitton cowboy hats.
Fire.
And just like celebrity endorsements and all that shit. Like,
yeah.
When you first get to drape some mohair that they milled themselves, like that is a level of luxury that I think is like you kind of lose that sense of luxury in like the larger circus of like things like Paris Fashion Week.
And that's why it's almost important that a brand like Auralee shows on this stage, because it's kind of like how La Mer was viewed before La Mer became a tentpole at a Paris Fashion Week. And I kind of feel this way about the row, where it's like when you just look at the single piece on a hanger, whether it's something like a big statement piece like an overcoat or something simple like a pair of trousers, and then you look at the price tag, you're like, okay, what are we doing here? But when you see the full fit, how it's meant to be worn, all of these brands really are, I think, the pinnacle. If you and I were like rich, we're not wearing necessarily Laura Piana or Brunello Cucinelli or even fucking LV or Rick. We're wearing these brands. And I don't know if you feel the same about
Auralee, I'm wearing Forest Designs, I'm wearing Our Legacy. I mean, if money's no object, like.
But 4S has those big hitters that like the price makes more sense than even like a Cookie Monster mohair. Like that on its own is fire, but like with devoid from any context in the full fit, I think it's confusing to people when you see the price tag.
Sure. Yes. One of the things that beyond just like seeing like how they style their shit and how they world build on Paris Fashion Week, when I went to the store in Japan and seeing like the shop boys there that are like in full head to toe Auralee,
fucking sick,
and like in like their own jewelry and their own accessories, they looked awesome. And that's, I think, one of the best things about retail is for like a single brand store is they can welcome you in and be like, hey, look, this is how we're thinking. Like, this is how we do it.
Living, breathing mannequins.
If you want to buy into this, you literally can do that. And this is how you maybe do it in our vision. Take it and do it your own way. But like, this is how we envision our guys like doing it. And like to see that with Auralee, whether it is in the fashion show or in the store, it is like, you're completely right. It kind of puts everything in the larger context versus just like, oh shit, X amount of dollars for this one single piece. That's insane.
Right. Well, I don't think you mentioned this when we went through your whole trip in Japan. You talked about Auralee a bit. Like you said, what is the store like? Is it sparse? What does it smell like? What's the merchandising?
So it's around the corner from the Chrome Heart store.
Sick.
The music is very like fucking whatever, like kind of like very intellectual jazz.
Okay. Which is good, like shopping music, right?
Smells great, obviously.
Okay.
I walked in with a bunch of swaggy Chinese dudes and a family that was
lost.
American. It was a mom and dad, and the mom was like so well dressed.
Okay.
And
she was like dragging honey. We're going to Auralee in Tokyo.
Yeah. I mean, the guy was well dressed too.
By her, I'm sure.
Yeah. The shop boys again were just like beautiful and so fucking, their fits were fantastic. It was a bit sparse because it was end of the season, so I don't think they had a lot of inventory. They were like I just missed their spring summer rotation.
Right, the turnover. Yeah.
So I was looking at the dregs of fall winter, and it was still, everything was like, it's around the corner from Chrome Hearts. So that's a little 1-2 punch. If you want, it's in Aoyama.
That's the perfect duality of man right there.
It is
Auralee
on
and
my.
Chrome Hearts, dude.
It is on my Tokyo Rex.
Oh, that's right. Which, by the way, well fucking done, dude.
Thank
People
you.
were loving that
Happy
shit.
browsing.
Good essay too. Thoughtful.
Thank you. Glad to be of service. For anyone that can get there.
One guy, did you see this? Because I know you get Patreon emails. The guy commented, there was one comment, I think it's the most recent one, on your Japanese shopping essay with the link to the map attached. He said, "Where's the vid?" I'm like, did you say you were doing a shopping
video?
vlog? I'm like, wait, is he
Or
confused
COVID?
about the episode? No, like, where's the video? Like, you were like, he was expecting a shopping vlog, or maybe he was confused that that's not the video episode. That was a
Yeah, let me go to Japan and have one of those fucking.
a complimentary piece of content.
Let me go to Japan and have one of those fucking GoPro 360 sticks, just walking around.
In terms of Paris Fashion Week, which I feel like you probably care about even less than me,
I just think it's so disconnected from like the reality and like our reality.
But that's also how runways are. I mean, half that shit is never going to be produced. It's there for the beautiful spectacle and art that is supposed to be.
Yeah, but like,
supposed
do you really
to be a fashion
about
show.
like Dior? Couture,
No, and I hate Dior, whether or not like he's doing Kim Jones doing couture for men. I don't care about that. But I say all that to say the Auralee show. I did see that on IG, obviously, and then looking at Vogue Runway. That's a show that I would love to go to for
you
sure.
got invited.
No, I know, but like.
But we're not in Paris.
No, I was in Miami. I just missed Miami Fashion Week too.
Yeah, I'm eating two hamburgers watching fucking Auralee show.
Speaking of smash burgers, I will say the standard you were saying, could I get sick of the food? The food is very good at the point. We like it, and they have a great burger.
All
They
right.
put Havarti on their burger, on their smash
Stinky.
burger. Delicious.
The other show obviously was fucking Peril at LV, doing the cowboy costume shit, which I was watching. I saw that and was like, oh, Laura's just gonna fucking love this.
Dude,
bro.
it's the
You're gonna be back on your cowboy shit.
It's the Stolen Valor Olympics. Obviously, you know, all the Tim shit we talked about, like, boom, nailed it. You know, our bingo, by the way, our predictions pod, like the bingo card is already filling
What
up.
do you? Okay, but I'm curious. Like,
Okay.
and I think this is important. What? So, Louis does a Timberland collaboration. So
I don't really want
Timberland is a
those.
trend. Like,
Yeah, I think so, because like people are, that becomes a statement, wealth signifier,
You think
and
there's
yeah,
trickle down?
to Yuddas. Yeah, and another great example of Tim's being back on the map because they never left because it's a fucking classic staple. Look at how Angelo just styled GRs with like his beautiful clothing in his great collection. You know, like
But that's such an like Angel's
Yes,
a fucking
right.
New York
No, for
guy.
sure.
Like he's Queens fucking born and raised forever, and like,
the big thing.
and then the Drake wearing the fucking Krispy Kremes.
Oh yeah, right. The Vendetta Carters, and then Yachty getting, I guess, the glazed chocolate ones that are coming out. No, the thing for me that really just jumps out from Louis, and this is something that I personally really like, and it should come as no surprise as like a fucking Stolen Valor icon myself. But I love, and I don't buy any of this, but I am such a fan of high capital F fashion takes on workwear staples. So like LV obviously flipped a bunch of like fucking Carhartt jackets for their show. Prada had a bunch in their fucking show as well. Miu Miu did it fucking last season. Loewe has done this before. I want nothing more than a Carhartt jacket that is made by a high fashion luxury house sold to me for $5,000
Because it's workwear, but it's actually comfortable. You don't have to break it in.
yeah, well, yeah, you typically don't break it in.
It's not a 28-ounce duck canvas.
No, I mean, nothing is more comfortable than a jacket that a guy
been broken
died
in.
in.
Yeah, that has been broken
for sure.
for you, yeah.
But no, I mean,
It literally went through the farmer's thrasher.
but it's funny to see like this being a trend on the runways because like I think like what in the 50s 2 years ago, this was like, what do you call it? Zood board Voltron, where every guy's in a Carhartt Detroit jacket or a Carhartt Arctic jacket, whatever. And it's like, it's crazy to think that eventually these trends get such a groundswell with fucking NPCs on Instagram that it ends up 2 seasons later on a fucking high fashion runway on the Summer Jam screen.
There are a lot of double knees in LV with like the turquoise kind of rivets.
I like the cowboy boots, dude. I like those shoes, dude. I
wanna
will
see-
spend money on high-end shoes.
I want to see you in a fucking cowboy hat so bad.
Well, my head's too small.
Let's get a children's LV.
I was gonna say, do you think they make children's size?
LV for kids.
That'd be fucking great, dude.
Oh, okay. Here's the other fucking trend that everyone's talking about: the return of skinny pants.
Okay, skinny or slim or some combination.
I think it's what are people saying, and then what do we think? I think that we are open and amenable to a slimmer pant to coexist alongside the big motherfucking wide boys
Yeah.
that you and I have been putting on. Me maybe going wider.
Yeah, for sure. It's nice to have a
spectrum,
a wide breadth of a rotation, for sure.
Well, here's the thing, right? So I was at Ann Sun, and I was looking at these woven Fredericks, and I was like, even maybe before spying them, I was like, I'm in the market for like, I have pants. All my pants are like relatively big, and I'm not gonna stop wearing those, but I need to diversify my pant portfolio.
Yeah,
I need some shit that is gonna look good with my dainty footwear, because like dainty footwear, when it's like swallowed up by like big jeans, and you see this, but like that's a high fashion move that I don't want to pull off.
It's a Balenciaga thing. It's not.
Also, I don't want my pants dragging on. I don't want my pants dragging on the flow like bin slacking, because like I don't want to bring in street dirt into my crib. It's a practical thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, look, if I'm gonna be wearing these like dainty little fucking dainty boy shoes, I'm gonna need a slimmer pant.
Yeah.
So this was very much like an intentional cop to complement the footwear that I will be wearing for the rest of spring. And then by slim, I'm talking about the width of like some vintage 501s.
And that was going to be my point, where it's like, because things have gotten so huge now, it's even like what I'm wearing today, like just like psychologically, it feels like slim, but it's just a normal standard cut.
Don't normalize my pant width, boy.
But I'm with you in that, like, yeah, depending on what shoes you wear, the pant and shoe interaction, as we've said before, that's everything. I think that, like, yeah, when it comes to slimmer pant, you got to then think about like the break in the hem, but then it's like, yo, are we gonna go back to like honestly, dude, like looking at Hermes, a brand that I do love, and I'm like, damn, this is like skinny and cropped, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to go back to that.
No. If I can see what model of iPhone you have, when it just sits in your pocket.
Right? Yeah.
That's too skinny. If I could see your knee dimples, bro, like that shit is too skinny.
Yeah, I think
your pants might be too skinny if I could see your knee dimples.
Yeah, I think that slim is there. Listen, the fashion industry is trying to sell more pants.
If I could see your knee perineum, you know what a perineum is?
But I do now, I guess.
A perineum is like I know this from that movie Zombieland with Jesse, what's his name?
Eisenberg?
Yeah, where I think like if a girl is naked and standing in front of like the sun, there's like a little like dot of sun between like her like
thigh gap.
Kind of, yeah, but it's like the upper thigh gap, you know what I mean? If I can see your knee
your labia gap?
If I can see your knee perineum, your pants are too damn skinny.
Yeah, I think that this is the fashion industry trying to sell more shit. Obviously, this is what fucking, fashion shows exist for, is to like try to like get you to romanticize some new aspirational thing where now suddenly all my pants are wrong. Yeah, we're not getting skinny. But I don't know if we're definitely now not going to get baggier though, right? Like there's going to be some pendulum swing back. But I think you're right. It is just like the cut of a perfect ideal 501. We don't need to get skinnier than that.
Well, look, the pendulum always swings wildly, and it's like, all right, that's what fucking people push the envelope too far doing.
Yeah.
Whether it's like too baggy, and it's like, all right, if the pendulum, if the extremity's here, you want to be maybe here. If the pendulum's here for skinny, you maybe want to be like here, right?
Slim.
Like slim.
Yeah.
Slim.
And also, it's like you're looking at like, and if you see a pair of skinny pants at any of these shows, and you're like, damn, that like looks good, and you find yourself being fucking influenced, it's because look at the type of guy who is wearing it and is making it look good. We are not that guy. You are not the guy. And if you are that guy, congratulations on being a second-class citizen in the fashion community, because male models are the bottom of the barrel, the lowest in the caste system.
Yeah. Eat a smash burger.
Eat 2 smash burgers.
Yeah. Fuck up that 26-inch waist. Okay, let's get into a topic that I know has you fucking boiling under that children's hat.
I wouldn't go boiling, but
no. Oh, okay, I know you got a lot of thoughts under that small Realtree hat. Oscar noms dropped today.
Yeah.
What are your surprises and what are your snubs? And what percentage of all the movies nominated in the major categories have you seen?
I've seen everything, but you saw Godzilla -1. I did not.
Well, that's not a major category. I'm talking about like best picture, best actor, best actress, best fucking director.
I didn't see fucking Rustin. I didn't see the movie, whatever Jodie Foster is in. I don't know. There's some movie called Rustin.
Best picture?
No, one of the best actor noms.
Okay.
Okay, so this was surprising to me. No Leo for Killers of the Flower Moon.
Why not?
Clearly people fucking hated the character, and it's so unsympathetic that they almost penalized the man, because the movie itself, of which this guy is a huge part of, obviously, was nominated for like every other major category. And then the other weird snub for that movie was no best adapted screenplay, we're not going to give flowers to the fucking source material to some degree.
I think
that's crazy.
Wait, when you nominate the best adapted screenplay, does the original
No,
thing get the award?
but I feel like that's that's a head nod.
But I think that's what where the issue is that people are like, oh, they didn't take the
maybe
perspective of the Osage. They fucking made it the white man shit.
Osage.
Like Osage, whatever. Like, isn't that
Osage is like a Japanese dish?
Yeah. He actually just got signed by the Mets. Isn't that like isn't that the criticism there? That it's like, oh, they took the fucking white man's perspective and
it's possible,
right?
I'm not on the what is it, the Hollywood Foreign Press?
I don't know.
No,
what about fucking
and then
Gosling though got nominated for best supporting and his character was a piece of shit.
Yeah, but he changes versus Leo where he gets worse over time.
And he plays a doll.
Yeah. I was surprised. Okay. No
Greta.
No, and also, by the way, fucking Glazer, the guy who directed fucking
Bro, his name's Glazer? Damn.
Well, and the glazing be crazy for Zone of Interest. You're gonna give him a man best director over Greta Gerwig, who made a fucking movie that, for the most part, was critically and
Saved
commercially
Hollywood.
very fucking successful. Yeah, so that's fucking bizarre to me. No Margot Robbie for best actress. I actually was surprised, especially because
who's no Margot Robbie?
no Margot, no Margot Robbie.
Oh, the shortstop of the Red Sox. Yeah.
Mia Hamm's husband. But then America Ferrera gets a best supporting actress nom. I was surprised.
because you hated her monologue?
No. The monologue her monologue was beautiful. Again, I'm a Barbie defender as much as listen, I'm not trying to be too woke, especially for all the fucking edgelords that love the show. But that was surprising to me. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, no, Dominic Sessa for best supporting actor for The Holdovers. He was great. He's fantastic, especially when you consider that being his debut. And then as someone who really liked Poor Things, if I had to go gun to head, are we giving the nom to Ruffalo or Dafoe? I'm going Ruffalo. He got it. But Willem Dafoe, if there was going to be a movie where you were going to get like a double up in best supporting, it would have been, oh, absolutely. It's going to be Poor Things. Ruffalo and Dafoe crushed. But yeah, no love for Dafoe.
Damn. Dafoe's be Dafoeing.
Yeah, I really think that
Dafoe's out there.
I mean,
do you think Giamatti's going to get it over Killian?
Hell no. Not even a fucking
Killian?
chance. Oh, and here's what I'm pissed about, bro. Forget about Zone of Interest sucking. Yo, Maestro getting all these, besides Best Director. I mean, thank God. But for whether it was Carey Mulligan or fucking Bradley Cooper, like, that movie to me is not good. And I can't believe I feel like they're throwing the bones. They're going to lose every category, but like, I can't get over how much I did not enjoy that movie. And yet seemingly the critics did. Not a fan.
Do you think Oppenheimer's going to just dominate?
Yes, 100%. I think that's without a doubt.
Do you think Scorsese's going to get Best Director?
No.
Why not? Because he already got his shit?
No, I think that, Nolan, not that Nolan, when Scorsese won for The Departed, they're basically like, which by the way is a fucking awesome movie. Not, I would say like such a obvious Oscar movie, but they're giving him like the almost
that
like
was a bone
yeah,
throw.
the Lifetime Achievement Award. I think that Nolan is not at that point even remotely yet. And I do think this year he kind of does deserve it. I do see him winning Best Director, which will be interesting then if they'll take Best Picture and kind of throw a curveball, maybe like, here's the Barbie bone. We'll give it to the girlies. We'll give you Best Picture. But like in terms of like actually giving credit to the people that made that movie, made it special, if you liked it, that they won't get anything. So it's bizarre, or didn't even get noms to begin with, like Greta. So the whole... I think the expectation is that the Oscars is supposed to be the one award show that like kind of gets it right, but I just always have low expectations to begin with. And I thought these noms were fine. They're not egregious besides like the Leo being left out.
As a new guy, you must be so upset.
No, I'm not mad at that. The no best adapted screenplay to me was Crazy Town.
I think it's that backlash. So like they're like, oh, it didn't. They didn't. They weren't true to the material.
Yeah.
Or they took the Osage and made it about the fucking white man.
But then giving De Niro, Scorsese, and then the Best Picture nom, like to me, it's like, are they having their cake and eating it too? And I guess that's the Oscars for you.
Yeah, well, that's Hollywood.
Do you want to? I mean, you haven't seen a lot of these movies, right?
No.
Did you see The Holdovers?
Yeah, I liked it.
It was so good, dude.
I mean, that type of movie.
That's a new Christmas classic.
That's such a fucking layup. It's like a bunch of misfits at a boarding school, all dudes. Come on, we've all seen that movie. You think Saltburn is a fucking rip of the Talented Miss Ripley? This is a rip of Captain My Dead Poet Society.
Did you think that?
I liked it. Did you think
great
hamburger scene?
Oh, great hamburger scene. Did you think that And also, shout out fucking the champagne of beers, the real fucking best supporting beverage.
Did she get?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, here's my question for you. As a huge Saltburn advocate and fan, were you surprised that 0 noms, maybe even like a weird cinematography nom because of how the movie was shot? Or
I don't give a shit.
You don't give a fuck. Yeah. Are you gonna watch the Oscars?
Yeah, these go on for so long, right?
Well,
When
I
are they?
mean-
March?
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah, maybe.
I didn't watch the Golden Globes. Didn't watch the Emmys. Didn't watch Critics' Choice.
The only thing I like about the Oscars is that nobody on the men's side, nobody tries to fucking go for it. They're just like tuxedo. That's it. Just fucking
we'll see
navy
about this
tux,
year, dude.
black tux. Really? You think people are gonna just try to like
I don't
win
know.
the moment?
I mean, trying to think, like, there's no one really nominated that, like, if Barry had gotten a nom, maybe they would have tried something freaky or whatever, or a Lordy. But no, actually, he probably would have gone classic. Yeah, I don't think anyone. Maybe you're right. Maybe no one's gonna go freaky deaky.
And on the men's side. On the men's side.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, you know who's gonna probably look like shit? Robert Downey Jr., dude. He's gonna look
Jesus
fuck.
Christ.
He's
Also,
gonna look
I don't
bad.
think he should have gotten nominated. I don't think he was good in that movie.
Was there someone supporting Matt Damon, Benny Safdie? Was there someone that you think should have gotten it?
Nah.
I'm trying to see if there's any. So,
What's your source? Complex?
Well, because
it really is Complex.
Well,
Complex is your news source. That's
Complex
incredible.
pop, dude.
Oh, okay.
So Oppenheimer led with 13 noms. I think that's fair.
Damn, why did they fold Complex in our GQ?
That would have been, dude. That would have been epic sauce, bro.
Fucking big bacon.
I do think that since we did the Fitties and I've seen more movies, thank God, I do think my favorite movie of the year was Poor Things. I really do. I might have said that on the show, but I think Emma Stone is for Oscar pool. Cillian, Locke, Emma Stone, Locke. I think, Oppenheimer, Best Picture, not a lock. Nolan, Best Director, sneaky low-key lock.
Sneaky low-key lock?
Sneaky low-key lock, for sure.
Right. Speaking of sneaky low-key locks, I think I was invited to an orgy.
What?
Yeah. On Raya. This is probably one of the last things we're going to talk about. On Raya, I just got an invite that was just like, hey, I'm hosting a chic singles party on Friday, and you're invited.
Is a chic singles party like the 2024 way of saying fuck party?
So here's the thing. One, like the concept of a chic singles party, I'm into that, right? Where it's like, okay, if it is going to be all fucking chic single bitches and chic single dudes, then I'm in.
Single bitches at.
But then it is going to be am I going to show up and be like the fucking opening scene of Old School where the guy just said, hey, what's up? I'm here for the gangbang?
Literally fucking...
is he a guy?
He's the director.
Oh, shit.
What's his name?
Todd Phillips.
Todd Phillips, yeah.
The Joker. And then... So like the concept, sorry, listening, what are you doing?
No, I'm listening. I'm just wanted to see, I'm doing two things at once here.
Are you going to jump in with an Oscars point in 35 seconds?
Yeah, I just wanted to see...
Why don't you say it now?
Okay, I was wanting to see if Barbie. So Barbie is it nominated for Best Adapted Screenplay, and I'm looking at the times. They don't say like who. I guess who wrote that? Greta Gerwig and Noah Baumbach.
I don't know,
because maybe that's how they're gonna get Greta again. Bone throws. Anyway, sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, it's fine. I'm just wondering. Like, I texted to my friends. They immediately were like, "Yo, good content for the pot." I'm like, "Yeah, for sure."
But is that why you would? Is that enough of a reason to go?
Good content, but is good for my content.
Oh wow,
fucking.
Yo, honestly, bro, it really makes you think.
We're rocking out in 2024
with our cocks out.
We're rocking out and cocking out. I don't know if I do well in an orgy. I don't know if I could like. My thing about a MMF threesome is what do you do if you are the guy that busts first? What would you do in that situation?
If I busted first and
it's your wife, and the other guy's still hitting it from the back and or front.
Okay, let me just divorce myself from it actually being me. But if I was in this scenario, I don't know. There's got to be other shit to do. Eat someone's ass?
No. But it's just the three of you.
Yeah, so you could just eat someone's ass.
Oh, like you're still participating.
Yeah, I mean,
without,
unless
like,
you wanted to like go cuck mode and just like sit back. Maybe you try to get hard again. I don't know. Right?
Yeah.
That doesn't seem to be. It's not like you only get one bust. Like,
well, I know one MMF participant, and he didn't bust first, but the guy that busted first just left the room and was like just chilling in the other room. He's like, yeah, I'll be here when you guys are
What
done.
was that? But what's the context there? Is that just like the three of them hanging out, or was it a greater party where like
It was just the three of them. It was just
So then that's a little,
yeah. But for like
it's almost like you lose and he's vanquished or something.
yeah, but
that doesn't seem
I don't know
like-
what orgy etiquette is, and like also I don't even know what like chic singles party etiquette is because like obviously everyone's there to like fuck or to get fucked, right? So
Well, do you know what the venue was like? Because that would
I
give
think
you,
it's
that
someone's
could be-
apartment. I kind of want to ask for like details or like if there's like a guest list I could look at or so. I don't know. I don't know, bro.
I mean, it's almost like we talk about like you're going on a press trip and you're like, oh, who else is coming?
Well,
you
like
know,
speed
it's like you
dating.
can't
So
do
like I feel like there's this a new like I feel like speed dating is about to be a thing. There's like all these like startups that are like, oh, like we're speed dating for like cool people or whatever the fuck.
that.
And I think with that there is some sort of like I don't know, bro.
There was just was there just like a New York DSA like meetup about like, you know, if you're a Democratic Socialist of America, like come and like, you know, meet a guy with a mustache and some chick with blue hair to have sex with, like, you know. I feel like this is like a new concept, right? Like,
Yeah. I don't know. It's just I guess I gotta think about it and report back. I have a few days to like.
You need, like-
I should probably RSVP either way.
You should that would be polite. Check yes or no. I think you should ask the kind of questions that give you some like context clues where you could at least like without being. Though I guess like if you are walking into an orgy, wouldn't you rather know?
Yes.
Versus like, oh, I've used context clues to kind of figure this thing out. You might want to get a handle on this.
Yeah,
you want to get your whole hand around this cock.
Yeah. What are the
to use a
surprise
metaphor?
What are the surprises and snubs this evening?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I don't think you should do it just for content if it's going to make you, obviously, if it's going to make you like feel bad or something.
Yeah, we'll see. Okay, the last thing we'll talk about real quick. We'll keep this snappy.
Okay.
Keep this real snappy. I haven't really been in the Discord that much because it just feels like a lot of people just being mean to me and like saying like shit about my personal life that I'm just like, I don't need to read this. Like you can say it, whatever. You're paying to be here. But it was brought to my attention that there is this like long discussion in there about the use of slurs and homophobia. And, you know, I think it warrants addressing, or I'd like to address it at least. I don't know exactly what the specifics are that they're like, whatever, like talking about, but I do think that, okay, yes, words have power. Even if you think that you're being like ironic or fucking edgy or whatever, like having been called things my whole life, obviously like shit hurts. And the last thing I want to do is like, is hurt anybody.
Sure.
Whether like intentions are misconstrued or misinterpreted or whatever. I think that in the macro sense, there has been this kind of like, whether it's through like, the fucking just the shit you see on Twitter or like the popular comedians of the day or the popular podcasts of the day, like there's been a fucking comeback or return of like whatever, like different sentiments and words. And I think that what is funny to me, or not funny, not funny, haha, is that like
funny like a clown, funny
like
how,
a clown,
James.
is that like, you know, I have felt like some sort of pressure to like keep up with like the edginess and the provocativeness, which is always against what I always try to preach, which is like just like remaining true to yourself when it comes to like personal style and how you act or comport
how you live your life,
how
I
you
would
comport
say.
yourself in life. So it is like definitely a straying that I think needs for myself will be like course corrected, where it's like, yeah, just because other people are saying it or doing it doesn't mean that you should say it or do it, because it's like not actually how I feel or what I mean, and like understanding and seeing the repercussions of like saying certain things. So that's just me. Like shit will be eradicated. And also I think like we were called out correctly, or I was called out correctly. And I think that that's a good thing that we got called out. And I think like,
Anytime I've been called out, it's been incorrect, by the way.
no,
I'm
but
kidding.
it's like,
I'm
okay,
kidding.
yeah, like you and I have built kind of we're in our 5th year, bro, of like calling people out on their bullshit. Isn't that crazy
sure.
that it's been 5 years?
Yeah. That's only the second chapter.
Yeah.
There was the whole other one before.
Yeah,
that.
but like calling out the powers that be on their bullshit and on their like whatever attempts to like remain relevant or maintain relevancy, whatever, like has always that's been a foundational tenet of like throwing fits and Jimmy and Larry. So yeah, that's all for me.
Yeah, I think that's big of you. I guess my thing is like, at the end of the day, I've always wanted the show in my heart of hearts to be entertaining. And I think that what is entertaining is so subjective. And what we do is never going to be entertaining for everyone. And I don't want to try to be everything for everyone, but entertainment should never come, like you said, at the cost of someone's feelings being hurt. So I feel bad that there's people that have been, upset with the tone of the show. I do think that going all the way back to 2016, we've been consistent in so many ways, which is why I think we have staying power, and the show has only gotten more popular. With that said, the other side of that coin is with a bigger platform comes like a responsibility to not be mean and to not hurt people's feelings. And I think that, you can't hide behind irony. And that's something that I don't think you and I have like ever tried to do, like maybe other people had. I think that sometimes an ironic nature of the conversation or things we're saying is maybe more obvious to us or others than some other people. And that's
pretending to be like the big dumb idiot cannot always be whatever. We're not hiding it here. And I'm sure also that this like little fucking apology I do apologize. I do think this is going to be but I do think I apologize. I think this is going to be nitpicked like crazy, and like people will have their caveats and sayings, but I'm just saying hopefully, looking ahead at the year, it is kind of, for me, it's just like, maintaining like true to yourselfness. That's not a word.
No, that is absolutely not a word. So we'll continue to be dumb. That will, I promise you that will not change. No, I mean, this is the thing that we always come back to, I feel like every so often, which is like there's James and Lawrence and there's Jimmy and Larry, and like some people that have been with the show long get that there's a difference. Some people maybe think that there shouldn't be a difference or that there's no difference. And like, I just feel bad of people being like, I'm paying, like, I'm speaking of me, I'm paying this guy to be like, yeah, I'm drunk driving and doing cocaine all year. And it's like,
first of all, guys, Lawrence doesn't know how to drive. So like, he's not drunk driving. He's drunking, but he's not drunk driving.
I'm being driven.
Yeah, he's drunk driven.
And it's like, I don't know.
He's drunk chauffeured.
And then I guess like, so to your point of self-reflection, then I'm like, is like the character that I personally, again, find entertaining to like lean into, the exaggerated version of myself, is that something that now is being conflated with the real guy who like obviously does have fucking morals and boundaries, and that is something that I'm going to have to think on myself and sleep with at night. So
yeah,
that's a tough one.
Before you wake up and have a little toots. No, I'm kidding.
And then drunk drive to James's crib to say slurs.
Drunk drive on the
and
Jeep.
Be racist and homophobic.
Drunk drive
like,
the
again,
G-train.
like if that's how you viewed us and you like regret giving us your money, like that's such a fucking bummer. And like, I don't know. I'm not here to fucking criticize anyone's experience. All I want to do is come through, fucking riff with my boy, first and foremost, Tootski. No, first and foremost, get a fit off, come through, banter with my boy, make each other laugh, and then hopefully, ideally, be entertaining for the audience at home and give you guys something to fucking break up your life and your day. And breaking it up with fucking bummer feelings is what happens. I am really sorry. I'm sorry about that. That sucks. So
we're not here to get bummed out. We're here to fucking rock out all 2024. Chef, take us out.
Later.